Good evening, future Sennas and Schumachers of the world. It is my great pleasure and honor to be requested by Adrian to come and address members of Marin Karting and, of course, Jim Russell NorCal Rotax Challenge Series. I want to thank you all, especially Adrian, who does an outstanding job, and I think Adrian deserves a big hand right now. Before we race into the evening prize giving and other festivities, let me say a few words about F1 Weekly and your humble host, moi, Clark Rogers. I was born here in the great US of A, but I was lucky and fortunate enough to enjoy some French and Spanish sunshine in my younger days. My father was in the US Air Force during World War II, and after the war he liberated himself after the perils of being a bachelor by marrying a French lady, my mom. For years they ran a restaurant in Lens, which is in northern France, close to the city of As. Of course, we're talking Champagne country in the north, and I'm one of their proud 7 puddings. And my taste, of course, is Formula One. While living in Europe, my father would take the family to local car races, and of course, Le Mans every few years or so. It was just a short drive south. A few years ago, one of my coworkers got sick and tired of listening to me and my ranting about Fernando and going bravo, 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 and suggested that I should do my own show. He goes, do a podcast, Clark. And I go, what's a podcast? And it turned out to be a great idea. We started a website called f1weekly.com. And we not only do just Formula One, but like Adrian said, we cover world motorsports. We have a program called Motorsports Mondial, brought to you by Nasser Hamid, and we cover everything. Super V8s, IRL, a little bit of Le NASCAR, and everything else you can think of. And of course, in 2009, we'll be covering the Jim Russell NorCal Rotax Challenge Series. So it should be pretty exciting. We'll have pictures of the winners and stats on what's going on with the series during the season. Of course, my co-host is Steve Falb, and I suggest you guys go to the website. You don't have to download the show, but you could stream it on the website. And podcast number 312 does have a very excellent interview with, of course, Adrian Schwartzberg. Very, very good stuff. He talks about the series and himself and how it all started. Some of you may be racing karts for fun, and some may have aspirations for a professional career in motor racing. Karting now is the way to hone your racing skills. From great champions of the past like Senna and Schumacher to stars of today, from A to V, Alonso, Hamilton to Sebastian Vettel, they all have one thread in common: years and years of karting experience. I encourage you to spend a good 3 to 5 years in competitive karting. I'm feeling like Jimi Hendrix right now. Before stepping into single-seaters. The karting beginning of your career is so critical. A lot of people jump to single-seaters a little too quickly, and then they find out they've made a mistake. Success breeds success, and the first seed of success is good preparation. Martin Hines and Mike Wilson are 2 legendary names in karting, and I suggest you guys Google those 2 names, because these guys were there at the beginning. Fantastic champions that worked with the likes of Senna and the Fernandos that we see today in Formula One. Podcast number 107 is the Mike Wilson interview, and podcast 100 is the Martin Hines interview. Those are outstanding interviews, and once you start listening to these interviews, you'll be so pulled in to how karting is so critical to your motorsports career. These karting gurus, this is what made Ayrton Senna so fantastic. Ayrton Senna once said, "The one race car driver I could never beat," and that particular individual wasn't in Formula One, he was in karting. And his name was Mike Wilson. And that was the one guy that Ayrton Senna could not challenge. He was fantastic. So take a look at Mike Wilson's career. It's very inspiring. I want to thank everybody and sincerely hope that the next Senator Schumacher is in this room tonight. I wish you all a very fantastic racing career, and most important, have fun while you're doing it. Because without having fun, it's junk. I'm here most of the evening, and since I'm only half French, I'm only half rude. So please feel free to ask questions. Also, real quickly, we have a beautiful calendar for 2009. It's by Motorsports Memories. One of my partners on the website is producing this. This is outstanding. It's powered by Turbo, the Turbo years in Formula One, and of course Alan Prost and number 15 on the cover. We usually sell these for $15.95 plus shipping and handling on the website. Great presents for Christmas. Tonight we've got some over here on the table for $15 cash, no tax, no nothing. And we're probably going to raffle a couple off with some F1 Weekly t-shirts. And absolutely, let's do it.